Well, hello everybody, and here's another episode of Between Plays. Okay, guys, it's going to be on Gigametals. We're going to have to make this one really quick. The reason why I'm making this video on Gigametals once again is because tomorrow we have Monday, and then we have Battery Day on Tuesday. There's a lot of people that are in there right now, and they're in an unrealized loss. This article can make people get out and realize those losses, because there's a lot of people that get into stocks and it'll make emotional plays, and this is very dangerous. All right, that's why here at Between Plays we always say research, plan, and then execute. Okay, and it's like anyone in any sport, that's what they do. They research, they watch videos, they see who they're playing against, who are the main athletes on that team and whatnot. They look for holes in their plays and stuff like that, and then after that they plan their style of attack, and then they execute on that. So basically we research everything, we plan how we're going to play our stocks, and then after that we execute. That's what we do here. All right, so naturally I don't tell you guys how to play your stocks, but the research that I do on how I play my stocks is all here. All right, completely transparent. Now, that being said, Equity Guru over here launches an article. Now, I'm not here to bash this article. I'm here to say that this is their viewpoint and their opinion. We here at Between Plays, we have our own viewpoint and opinion. Look, just listen, hear me out. Okay, so it says here that Reuters journalist Pratima Desai sets up Gigametals run an insider sell-off with a fake story. Okay, now let's go over to history a little bit. We know that Elon Musk in Tesla's quarterly report, he says he puts out a challenge to anyone with nickel mining prospects. Like, if you can do it ethically and environmentally friendly, like Tesla will give you a long-term contract. Gigametal steps up to the plate and says, hey, we can do it. Okay, that's great. And you know what? They've been working with the University of British Columbia on carbon capture, which makes them efficient. Supposedly it's like 28,000 tons per year of emission, but they can capture that and solidify it in like a cement rock over geological time frame. That's just insane. Naturally, they're based in Canada, and there's a lot of health and safety regulations, so you got that going too. So they're environmentally friendly, and the health regulations are there. So is there anything missing? No, because they have a lot of nickel. They got a lot of nickel. I mean, we're talking about they can produce over 40,000 tons per year over 20 years, all right? And they got tons of cobalt that they can produce per year. And of course, they have other minerals there like platinum, palladium. So like Elon Musk has stated in the past that, nickel is the new gold. So, right? All right. So basically, everything seems to be right. All right. Now, a lot of people invested at that time and said, whoa, this can go somewhere. The only problem with Gigametals at that point is that they didn't have enough cash, like to keep their company going forever, like, for ongoing, company. So what happens is that they basically had enough cash on hand to last them less than a year, all right? At that time. Okay. At that time, too, they weren't known throughout the whole world to, like, let's just say, that guy that's got a lot of money there somewhere, sure, they were known, but it doesn't mean that everybody knew them. And why am I saying that? Is because they got free advertising through Tesla and Elon Musk. Since this occurred, I mean, everybody knows Elon Musk. And listen, everybody knows Tesla. In 100 years from now, people are going to be writing about Elon Musk like people write about Albert Einstein. Like, it's a no-brainer. I mean, this person single-handedly, I'm going to say it, I don't care. I'm going to say it, he's changing the way we do things. I mean, listen, Danny DeVito had an electric vehicle. I don't remember when the hell it was, if it was in the 70s, 80s, whatever, 90s, I don't know. But he had one a long time ago, all right? But boop, boop, they were gone. Listen, Tesla put his own money where his mouth was in EV technology with, with Tesla. And look what he's done. He's brought us to a whole new level. I mean, he's at Solar City, he's at SpaceX, He's got Neuralink. It's just incredible, all right, what this guy's done. So everybody knows who Elon Musk is. Everybody knows who Tesla is, right? Okay, Bohr Company, Hyperloop. All right. So of course, through him, we cannot, ignore the fact that there's a lot of international players out there, individual players out there that might have billions of dollars that's going, oh my God, look at this company over here, right? Possible. So Gigametals today is in a much better position than they were before calling out Elon Musk. All right. That being said, September 11th comes around, and then Pratima Desai from Reuters sets out an article stating with I believe it was 3 sources, unnamed sources, all right, that there's a discussion between Tesla and Elon Musk. Okay, now this went crazy, went on the Globe and Mail, MSN, Electrek, the Technic Times. I think the Deep Dive did something on it. Like, I'm sure it went, probably the mining company news things. Like, listen, because it's a big thing. We're talking about like Tesla and Elon Musk. All right, so we're scouring to see if we can confirm this information or anything like that. So what ends up happening by the end of the day, I managed to fall on Kitco, which had released an article stating that Tesla, there's a whole article there, but there's this one-liner that basically says in it that Tesla and Gigametals refuse to comment on their discussions. Now, when I look at the word on, it signifies to me that there was discussions. Now, listen, it's a no-brainer. Guys, come on, think about it. If you had billions of dollars, and nickel is the new gold, and it can do everything ethically, and like not right now in Indonesia where the waste is going into the Indian Ocean and like destroying like marine life and stuff like that. Like, guys, if I was a billionaire, I had a multi-billionaire, and I can go and, deal to pick this up, I'd be picking up the phone too and say, hey, listen, wait, it's under $1 billion to get this underway? All right, I want boots on the ground, get all the documents and paperwork ready. I'm going to come down there and check this out with, my research team and stuff like that. Like, that's what's got to happen. It's business, right? So in business, what you do is you call, you discuss, you maybe make dates for certain things to occur, but you don't just go, hey, yeah, okay, I'm giving you $1 billion. Cool, bye. Oh, come on. So the thing is that it leads up to this article. So it says that UK-based commodities reporter Pratima Desai appears to have either been a useful idiot or a willing accomplice to a stock price run and subsequent insider sell-off of Canadian small-cap mining explorer Gigametals after a false story based on unnamed sources suggesting the company was in discussions of partnering with Tesla. Listen, I'm playing devil's advocate in this. I'm not... There's a viewpoint. All right? So now, all this is going to be linked. So you guys should do all your reading, because I'm not going to go through this. It's long. They're showing the insider selling. Like here you got standard journal practice would suggest those sources be named or at least quoted with information confirming the opening sentence of the story. But nor in the story did anyone say words that confirm or even suggest that Tesla was indeed in talks with the company about helping to develop their proposed $1 billion nickel mine. So it says, but nowhere in the story did anyone say. So in that story, all right, in that story, absolutely correct. But in the Kitco story, the fact that they said that Tesla and Gigametals refused to comment on their discussions, that suggests to me that there was discussions. But that's a different story, right? Okay, not the one that they're talking about. So as soon as the story was posted on Giga, we know it went up. And then this forced the CEO of the company to issue a note reminding folks that there was no material information on the way, because it was halted a few times, and that's what was stated. We all know that, right? And at the same time, after September 11th or whatnot, around September 11th, because in the first initial instance, people put money in, but what was added to this part over here, that the new discussions and hype on nickel because of EV batteries has brought people's attention to the blah, 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 which is absolutely true. Absolutely true. So we cannot deny that. And it's not just for them. It's for all nickel, lithium companies, right? Cobalt and stuff like that. So basically, it says here that a week after that, well, here we go. So we just, this forced the CEO of the company to issue a note reminding folks that there was no material information, all right? So Gigametals has been mentioned in recent media articles as they pertain to ongoing efforts, blah, 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 said Martin Vidra, president, okay? But it says where things get suspect is what happened a month earlier when the company director, Anthony Malowski, executed 1.5 million stock options, basically despite stock having been illiquid for over a year. A week after that, Giga's long dormant stock suddenly took off. Okay, we know that. Malowski's timing was impeccable. The side story was posted on September. You guys got to go through this, okay? There's a lot of stuff in here. It says all the insider sell-offs that were being done. It says Malowski's selling was so intense and sudden it tripped the circuit breakers that halted the stock several times a day. It says, but he wasn't alone in his pillaging of his own company. Giga's president Martin Vidra followed suit. Then after that, there's let's keep on going here. Lyle Davies executed his options 2 days before the story dropped, and he was in such a rush to profit he didn't even wait for the stock to finish rising before dumping his stake for whatever he can get. There was also the Gigametals CFO Matt Anderson began his own sell-off on the execution of his stock options, and it says here, to be clear, there is no Tesla deal with Giggle. Anyways, let's do this again. So to be clear, there is no Tesla deal with Giga. All right? Okay. So I agree with that. I don't believe there's a Tesla because I believe that if there was a deal, no one would be selling shares. All right? It's a no-brainer. And it says, okay, point one, we noticed because if there was, the president and chairman and the director would hold onto every share like it was their firstborn. All right? And it says we also noticed because the company CEO said in the article there's no deal coming, but I don't recall seeing that anywhere. So I've tried finding that, right, that there's no deal coming. I wish there was a hyperlink here or something that can lead me to that, or the quotations, at least quoting, because there's a lot of other places where things were quoted, but I can't find that anywhere, all right? And we also noticed because if a deal was coming, directors exercising options would be an insider trader violation. So if a deal was coming. So look, basically, there's other things here. It says incriminating. So the question now moves to, is Desai just terrible at her job, which leads to Desai being the writer for routers. Giga's head honchos having an opportunity to massively profit from options they could see executed days and weeks earlier. Or did Desai, and it says, in short, did Desai sell access to her position at routers willingly, or did she get used? So basically, the only other story that she wrote recently was about First Cobalt, and in the past, it goes here about a smoking gun, and it says, it says here, if you're unconvinced here, there's a smoking gun here. Let's show back to 2017 when Pratima dropped a story about the market debut of a company called Cobalt 27. All right, so I'm not going to read that. It's not worth reading it. It's in the past, and she wrote a little article on them, and it was just basically saying there's about the company. All right, so it's simple stuff. It even says here, no big deal. Seems pretty straight news. Blah blah blah. So why am I noting this? It says it's not the what, it's the who. So a quotation here is saying we're a pure play on Cobalt and thematic play on electric vehicles. Cobalt 27 chief executive Anthony Malowski told Routers. All right. So then it says, what in the actual... So it says, how is President Desai getting away with shipping news stories onto the Routers newswire that involve either her friends or paid clients while making disclosures? Why does she give Anthony Malowski stories column inches? So basically, because Anthony Malowski was in that company and now he's in this company, they're saying that maybe there's... look, you know what I mean? But let's keep on going. So basically... there's stuff that happened. So we know about all the insider sell-off that was going on there. And then it says over here, this is an important point as well, guys. All right. Remember where Gigametals was and where they are today. All right. Gigametals adds to working capital due to the exercise of various warrants and options. $3,190,150 in new capital has come into the treasury of Gigametals Corp over the past 2 weeks. The working capital of the company is approximately $4,057,500 as today's date, which means the working capital increased if I do like the math quick in my head, I'm guessing they had about 867,000 something around there of working capital. Well, that's horrible. Like now they have 4 million. Like thank God, right? So whoever was in the company a long time ago as an investor, or that got in now, and as like right now they're like, you don't have less than a year's working capital anymore. Now you've increased that. So this is a very good thing that they did. All right, and I'll continue with this reasoning soon. So then after that it says there's another company here. So side note, news out today from Conic Resources, which is nkl.v. Conic Metals Corp has added 6.9 million of cash to its balance sheet after approval of its independent board members, monetizing the 3.98 million shares that the company owned in Gigametals Corp. But now this company's balance sheet is stronger as well, all right? And of course, Conic's chairman is Anthony Milewski, and Conic's executive VP in charge of strategy is Martin Vidra. So basically, haul these mother regulators, show the market that someone is paying attention beyond me, all right? And then it says update, says Routers tells me they're looking into the story. And then there's another update that says a Router spokesperson tells me we have not seen any facts that contradict our story. We stand by our reporter and our reporting, okay? And our reporting. So Routers is putting their name on the line saying there's nothing contradictory here. Now, look, why wouldn't two people, one has something to offer and the other has something to gain, call each other and discuss? Do you think there's going to be a deal made right there on the spot? Hell no. Big business is not going to do that. If you call me and I call you at your home and all of a sudden like, I'm like, hey, listen, I got a mine over here that does everything you say it could do, like that you want to give me a contract for. I just need $1 billion. Can you please give it to me? Come on, guys, give it to me. Like, yeah, just give it to me right here. We're on the spot. That's what I want, on the spot. Just give it to me. Like, come on. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna say, oh, listen, I'm gonna come in over there, or I'll have some people come and check that out. Like, come on, It's not gonna happen. It doesn't happen that way. This is business. It's just not gonna happen. So, what ends up happening here is that they're saying that there's no contract at the time. I agree. I don't think there's a contract now either. But could there be one on Battery Day? Look, tomorrow's Monday, all right? And then after that, it's Sunday. Monday, and then it's Tuesday, right? This is just crazy stuff. It's hard for me to get around the whole logic because, guys, look, tomorrow's Monday, then it's Battery Day. Will it be announced on Battery Day? Could it be Gigametals? Could it be a different company? Absolutely. The guy holding the purse strings is the one that's in charge. And if there's other companies that are offering the same type of solutions, well, what, you tell me that the guy holding the purse strings is not going to go and see what his options are? Absolutely. You're just going to call someone to give them $1 billion? No way. So maybe they're on the list of companies, of potential companies, right? So what does that mean for the insiders now? Well, if I was a boss on the inside like that, and I had this conversation, and it's like, okay, well, we'll let you know, it's just going to be announced on Battery Day, or we have a whole bunch of other companies we're looking at, and I see the stocks flying in my company, and I can add working capital back inside. I can do well for the other company as well that I'm involved in. Wouldn't I be doing like justice for my shareholders? Okay, I know it sucks. You're gonna say, yeah, but because of the sell-off, now we have like unrealized losses. We're at a worse position because they sold off. Absolutely, but look at the situation that they were in. They had very little cash. They have very little cash. They had to make a decision too, right? They probably had no choice. I mean, listen, Elon Musk is going to go down in history as one of the greatest people ever. All right, that's for sure. And Gigametals got a ton of advertising from this. So they have working capital. They had free advertising. I mean, come on. This is amazing. I mean, amazing. Doesn't it? I completely agree that I don't believe that there's a contract right now. But does it have to be Tesla on Tuesday? Hell no. If nickel is the new gold, all right, and they have over 40,000 tons per year, and then they have, tons of cobalt. I mean, yeah, per year that they can put out like over 20 years, whatever. And now they've, put themselves in a better financial position because even they don't know what's going to happen. And then, I think that they had no choice. I mean, if they had cash, over that was going to last them 10 years, they probably wouldn't have done the selling. They probably would let the stock rise. God knows we're not there. But the point is that this is a viewpoint. All right, this is a person. This is one type of thing, and then there's the other thing. And then the fact that Reuters is saying that we have not seen any facts that contradict our story. We stand by our reporter and our reporting. And then Kitco says that they, Tesla and Gigametals refused to comment on their discussions. Means there was discussions. Anyways, I can go around in circles in this all day. I'm just thinking that, look, tomorrow's Monday, and then it's battery day. All right, there could be an announcement, and it could be Gigametals. All right, because everything is there. University of British Columbia, they can capture the carbon. Look, everything is there. All right. Of course, they have to put the whole infrastructure in place. It's going to cost under $1 billion. But for people that have like multi-billion dollars and the amount of money that can come out of here, whatever. So they're in a better position today than they were 4 months ago. That's for sure. That's all I'm basically saying. And they are on the inside probably have no clue what's going on too, and put their company in a better position to await that maybe someone else, BMW, who the hell ever, all right, go out there and just look at this, and say, well, we'll pick that up. And think about it, everybody. If no one does pick this up over the next year, we got to ask ourselves why. Then we got to ask it, because everybody's like, look, cattle just, got involved with neolithium, all right, and the Tres Cuadras, whatever, down in Argentina, like companies are getting involved. Ganfeng got involved as well with another company. So we're all looking because we need nickel, we need lithium. So I don't see how someone's not going to pick this up. Now, that's basically our viewpoint, devil's advocate. So listen, guys, there's going to be more coming out. We're going to be talking about COVID vaccine and stuff like that, because of course naturally that helps us where we're going to be placing more money in the future for different trades. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and all the links are going to be in the description below. No emotional plays, guys, all right? No emotional plays. Let's keep level-headed and stay strong. Do your research and invest wisely. Stay strong, guys. See you next time.